situation was intolerable to the demigods, who went to Lord Vishnu and requested him to incarnate to correct the situation. Lord Vishnu agreed to appear as Lord Krishna, the son of King Vasudeva, and instructed the demigods to appear as kings in the Yadu and Vrishni dynasties of western India to assist him. Although Krishna appeared at the request of the demigods to remove the threat of demonic occupation of the earth, as an incarnation of Vishnu, he also prepared the transition to Kali Yuga. Thus, he arranged the entire situation so that he accomplished both purposes simultaneously. The story of Krishna's transcendental appearance and activities is told in the great Vedic epic Mahabharata, which predates both the Greek epics and the modern novel by thousands of years. This situation climaxed in the great battle of Kurukshetra, in which the forces of good King Yudhishthir, led by Krishna and Yudhishthir's brother Arjuna, defeated the demonic armies in an 18-day bloodbath. Yudhishthir was inaugurated as emperor of the earth planet, and peace and piety were restored to the great Vedic empire. Nevertheless, in the battle of Kurukshetra, not only the demonic kings, but also the godly kings were wiped out. Of the millions of fighters who took part in the battle, the only survivors were Emperor Yudhishthir and his 4 brothers, headed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna, and his army of incarnated demigods, the Yadu dynasty. And then, when Krishna disappeared from this world, he also took the Yadu dynasty with him. Emperor Yudhishthir and his brothers also disappeared out of intense devotional feelings of separation from him. This means that about 5,000 years ago, all the demigods or good aliens incarnated as great kings qualified to lead the world according to spiritual principles left this planet, except for Yudhishthir's grandson, King Parikshit. Although the ranks of Vedic kings were obliterated by the Battle of Kurukshetra, at least the Brahmanas remained as custodians of Vedic wisdom. Left to themselves, the Brahmanas would have rebuilt the Vedic dynasties of qualified kings. But the demons infiltrated even the Brahmanas, and due to their evil influence, a young Brahmana boy cursed Emperor Parikshit to die. The curse of a qualified Brahmana was very powerful in those days, and indeed, after attaining complete spiritual perfection, the king died, leaving the world without protection from the invasion of the demonic forces. One of the prime duties of the Vedic kings was to protect the Brahmana community by maintaining and enforcing very high standards of Brahminical education and practice. But with the departure of Emperor Parikshit, no one was qualified to assume this duty. Subsequently, the entire Brahmana community became infected by demonic influence and fell down from their high realization of the esoteric teaching. Today, the false title of Brahmana is often passed on by birth in a certain family, regardless of actual spiritual qualification. The demigods, seeing the corruption of the Brahmanas, withdrew their gift of Vedic technology. The mantras used to control the technology suddenly failed to work. It was a disaster for the Vedic Empire. Imagine if one day the laws of nature changed so that all machines using electricity failed to work. The demigods, being very displeased at the corruption of the Brahmanas, also withdrew their benedictions of peace, wisdom, and prosperity from the earth. Thus, poverty, ignorance, useless wars, unauthorized religious teachings, deserts, and demonic population has spread all over the earth. Kali Yuga has arrived. So, after hearing this story, most people are pretty amazed and surprised that many ideas only found in science fiction books are part of Vedic history. Interplanetary travel, space wars between competing groups of aliens, smart weapons, bioinformatics, all of these things that are just dreams in scientists' eyes were actual realities in the Vedic Empire, and they were used in the administration of an empire that controlled the whole planet, Bharatavarsha. Previously, the name of the nation, the Vedic Empire, and the planet were one and the same. There was a global empire, but what happened? There was a conflict between these two alien races, the demigods and the demons. The demigods are those who accept the sovereignty of Lord Vishnu over the whole universe. After all, he's the creator and maintainer of this universe, so it's his property. But the demons never recognized that. And they said, oh, well, we were given the hellish planets, so we got shortchanged. We're also descendants of Lord Brahma, just like everybody else, so we deserve an equal share. However, because they rejected the sovereignty of Lord Vishnu and the Vedic process of worship, they were given the hellish planets as a residence. So now the demigods and the demons have been fighting over the earthly planets since the beginning of time. And at the present moment, being Kali Yuga, the demonic forces are stronger because of the time. And however, they have taken over the world, as usual, for the demons by subterfuge, by infiltrating the families of the various earthly kings and brahmanas, wise men. So this is how the demons work. They enter by night, by stealth, by deception. They don't come out in the daylight until they're very, very strong in a particular situation, because they know they're in the wrong. They know they're evil, but they can't help themselves. That's the nature of demons. Their love of evil is so deeply ingrained that they just, have to do it. So the demons have come and taken over this earth planet, and consequently the planet and the people are being exploited. The so-called rulers are actually controlled by people whose roots go back many, many millions of years in the evil demoniac forces. And so many false religions come, many false political systems come, lies are spread about the Vedas, and in fact, the very existence of the Vedic empire is a secret. Basically, the people who control the knowledge and education in today's society don't want us to know about it. And so they have relegated it to the status of a myth. Whereas actually the Vedic histories are completely factual. So we're being fed a lie because the demoniac forces in control of this planet don't even want us to know that they're here. So they hide. They hide and they control things through money. And when necessary, armed force is used. So we can't be too surprised at the sorry history of our planet. This is Kali Yuga. So these kind of things are expected to happen. Well, the next episode we'll talk a little bit about the history of the future, or Bhavishya Purana, as it's called in Sanskrit, and how you can actually use this situation to rediscover your perfect body. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of My Perfect Body. This is David Hughes, your host, reminding you to visit us on the web at esotericteaching.org, where you can purchase the complete Esoteric Teaching Introductory Seminar DVD and many CDs of transcendental music and mantras.